Hi everyone and welcome back. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about the exact conjunction of Mars and Uranus at 26 degrees of Taurus on July 15th, 2024. I wanted to come on and give you guys an update and a bit of an alert as probably a week or week and a half early before this transit. That we are about to have a Mars-Uranus conjunction. For those of you who are quite astrologically adept, you would know that Mars-Uranus conjunctions are a time where we want to exert a little bit more caution. We want to be perhaps a bit more accepting with some of the issues that we're having in our life, and in some cases just play things quite safe. Of course, this is a temporary transit. Luckily, we're not having Mars retrograde. During this transit, it will be close. It's going to go retrograde in Gemini, but thankfully it's not it's going to go retrograde in Cancer later this year. But thankfully, it will not be retrograding in Taurus, and we will be getting through this time with a lot. So I had quite a bit of energy coming in about this transit, which I want to share with you guys in probably a short video today. Some of you might know I've been in a moving process, and nonetheless, I wanted to come on and talk about this because I think it will be helpful, because I think that there's a lot of pain right now, and I think that a lot of people are very confused about especially the speed of which certain events are moving in their lives. So we have the sign of Taurus getting the energy of Mars and Uranus in it. This is really hard because they're both debilitated somewhat in Taurus, especially Uranus. I also consider Mars to be somewhat debilitated in Taurus because it's opposite of Mars's traditional rulership of Scorpio. Also we have the debilitation of Cancer for Mars and the debilitation of Libra. However, I also feel that Taurus is not great for Mars. So both of these are not too great. We also had Jupiter conjunct Uranus. So this area of Taurus has been so active, this final decan of Taurus. This 25 to 29, 30 degrees of Taurus has been so emphasized, and it has been bringing up issues of speed, issues of permanence, issues of location, density, gravity, and sort of the inner need for pleasure or specific feelings, okay? Because Taurus is a sensory sign. The sign of Taurus deals with, the way the clothes feel on our body, the way the food makes us feel as we're digesting, the things that we're putting onto and into our body is a large part of what Taurus rules over, as well as the things that we need in our life to perpetuate that. So, for example, we need money to put food on the table. We need a house to be safe from the elements. Taurus is this simple kind of math. We've had Jupiter and Uranus in that sign for most of 2023 and a bit of 2024. Now Jupiter is in Gemini, and Mars will apply from Uranus to Jupiter over the later part of July and into August. We are about to get some major revision and question about, what in our life are we perpetuating? What are the perpetual cycles in our life? And some of us may be tempted during this time to take quite firm action on the perpetual in our life, meaning we might be very aware of what the negative cycles are now. We might know exactly what errors we're making with our budget, with our diet, with our housing, okay? And that's going to be very clear and very evident here. And for some people, it can be edgy. Some people can be like, I will never get ahead with this job. Or some people will be like, there's no way for me to sustain a good diet. Or some people will be like, I just need to feel good right now. So I need sugar, or I need caffeine, or I need some kind of perpetual loop of sensory stimulation. Also things such as, speed dating, having multiple partners. There are quite a few astrology transits that are leading to a growth in polyamory, but also a growth in celibacy. Okay, it's like polarized extremes, but it's very hard here for people to find monogamy or for people to have lasting monogamous relationships. Hit the thumbs up below if you are struggling to find clear and stable monogamous relationships, or even just stable friendships, or having anybody in your life who is a stable relationship, whether these are friends, even family members, or romantic relationships. Relationships are very volatile right now, you guys. And they have been ever since 2018. So whenever Uranus went into Taurus, of course, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which deals with relationships. It added volatility to any type of stable relationship that you can imagine in your life. They can surge upwards, and then they can surge downwards, and then the next day it's all over the place. So this is going to be accentuated here. We may not need to be expecting stability where it cannot be. It could be easy to see relationships take on new statuses here, new relationships forming, divorces happening. Also, not feeling like you can relate to people in the same way, like maybe a lack of empathy or a lack of understanding about certain things that are going on, is going to come to a head during this entire month of July, but especially on July 15th, there's going to be something regarding relationships that comes to a head, and it's going to inform us about the remainder of Uranus's transit through Taurus. So something of the energy from 2024 to 2027 will be informed on July 15th, relating to how we're stacking up relationships in our lives. Now, that might sound simple, but it's not just about us relating to people. It's not just about, maybe we're thinking in too blank of a way about relationships. So this is also about having people almost as like a machine in your life. There's a lot that we need to unpack with this. So this is just like a random psychic insight I've got as I'm channeling for this. People as a machine, so group efforts, teamwork. Uranus is an industrial and machine kind of mechanized energy. And then it's in Taurus, so it's like the human factor and the relationships and the very human kind of human-earth relationship as well. So I also feel that this could be a hot point in the global economy, where people might feel like they're being dehumanized through basically being forced to like integrate in a mechanized way with each other. This could also be like AI beginning to have an impact on people's psychology in a different way, like leading people to relate to each other differently because of the way that AI is impacting the chemistry and synapses of the brain. So that's a lot to just channel in right now. But you might consider beginning to place conditions and parameters onto how you're using technology in your life, as we could see certain emergencies or certain accidents happening in our lives because we're too attached to technology, or we're too attached, for some people, to the dating app. There could be some type of major news headline about dating apps, or maybe like data stolen through dating apps. Maybe also people being defrauded by like something relating to like dating or anything that is online that one spends money on that has to do with this type of thing, could become very scandalous during this transit. Also, I'm feeling that people are too wired in, and I'm feeling that, again, there's going to be an event that happens during the time of July 15th that really shows that, and it shows like people are not being autonomous, or people are being too connected to some type of grid. And it could be that that grid could suffer some type of problem, like maybe through a solar storm, or maybe through some kind of, even like cyber attacks could be possible during that time of July 15th, because there is there's something about this sort of mechanized or electrical grid matrix, and of course Mars and Uranus together being like accidents or being problems. There could be something that has to reveal itself through some type of disconnection. So like there could be some type of communication block, or some kind of something that makes people begin to want to pursue more of a relationship with the earth instead of with technology. So this is something that people are going to be very conscious of starting in July. It could also be that people start thinking more about the impact of like technology, AI, and this type of matrix on like politics and things as well, as we are moving up to November. So there could be something about that here too, and maybe the instability of it, or the volatility of this like means of production relating to AI and technology and innovation could be difficult. Also, maybe like the tech sector could have some kind of, I'm not necessarily saying that it will fall or that it will decrease, but maybe there are just questions, or there are like weird little chaotic things that are going on that make it difficult to really comprehend it all. So like I'm feeling like tech and the tech sector, AI, it becomes, I mean, it already is quite incomprehensible, but people might start asking questions. So it's like, since I don't understand this, or since like there's nothing comprehensible about this, like what is this? You know, like I'm seeing a lot of question marks, and I'm seeing also people are getting kind of interrogatory about wanting to understand more about these systems and how they're going to impact their lives. Also, for the Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus, careful about any form of promiscuity or doing things too quickly. Taurus is a slow-moving sign. It might be an important time to just have a staycation or play things really safely, to not be integrating with a bunch of new people or to not be really uprooted would be the way to face this transit. So try to like have your roots placed, try to kind of be like safe and cool. Also, there's a lot of dangerous heat waves. So if you're in like the US, there could be heat-related emergencies or heat-related natural disasters. This could also be the grid problem, like maybe blackouts or something. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that that's what's going to happen, but it's definitely a potential because I'm just feeling like all kinds of grids are like really they're over-steamed and overburnt right now. So it's just difficult to have the proper reserve to fuel all the things that are needing to happen right now or that are slotted to happen right now. So it's like always kind of like a risk. There's a risk quotient like at all times because of how far things are pushed right now, or how we're driving on empty a million miles an hour towards a brick wall. So also Taurus has rulership over the throat chakra. So Mars and Uranus coming together in the throat chakra says to me that less is more. Also with speaking, you might not want to confide in people right now. You might not want to over-explain things. You might want to keep your privacy in check during this transit. There could be like a revealing. I'm seeing like data leaks. Maybe it's like a cyber security issue or some type of leak of data that could be happening in this time. And it is going to make people think more about like what they're putting out there or what they're saying, what they're voicing. Something about language barriers or something about immigration also, and language barriers relating from immigration, and maybe a technological error because of translations. There's something about that coming up here as well. Exercise more caution if you're in a foreign area that you don't understand the language of, as I'm feeling that it's very easy to be misinterpreted here. Also, if there's not like a language barrier, like just what you're saying could be misinterpreted. Careful that you're not being too vague, or that you're saying things that can't be like framed in a different way because it's so like applicable and vague. You want to be very concise, very clear, and very short here, I feel, very to the point, and not overspeak, overdo, overburn, because it is precisely that has led things to build up in this Mars-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. And that would be the source of any like accidents or difficulties that we are seeing during this time, would be a result of this kind of like overdoing, overspeaking, overestimating, and pushing too hard. Now, simultaneously, a positive that I'm feeling of this transit is that as a result of all of this, a lot of us start to plant new seeds. That could be something that really yields a powerful, wonderful margin of result, is like planting new seeds here, like being very direct. Mars, right? Direct masculine energy, conjunct the industrious planet of Uranus in the wealth-oriented planet of Taurus. It's a wonderful time to consider designing a new business here, designing a healthier, happier, more profitable life. Sustainably profitable, not that. So part of the problem also that we're in right now is from severe profit orientation. So it's not profitable from the perspective of like just more money at any cost. It's like profitable in the extent that you're actually receiving a return on the energy that you're putting into things that's appropriate and sustainable. Wonderful to reproportion, redefine, and make more precise some of the efforts in your life, and to reflect on that here, as we are still in Cancer season. And this Cancer season of 2024 is relying a lot on reflecting on what went wrong, reflecting on what doesn't work about what we're doing, reflecting on what we're putting too much energy into and not getting the appropriate return, reflecting on where reciprocity is missing. And through this, we could really work with this Mars-Uranus conjunct in Taurus to reproportion, plant new seeds. And sometimes the most brilliant ideas come to us in a relaxed state where we're not over focusing on it and freaking ourselves out about it. So that's what I encourage you all to sort of create for yourself here, are sort of like relaxed and safe, comfortable, cool experiences and territories where you can just be open to different ways forward that are more sustainable and profitable for you. I hope you will all come over to Patreon and check out the July 2024 sign by signs. If you haven't gotten the chance to come and listen to your sign for July, I hope you'll come check it out. There are also wonderful tea chats available too on Patreon. It's a very chill and connective time that we're having over there this summer. I hope you're all doing well. Hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new, and have a safe, wonderful transit. Much love. Bye.